welcome to a North Wales side-by-side video. We're in the GR Sport tonight and I'm running around for the entire evening. I've got a load of people I've got to go and see, catch up with friends and that, because I've not had a chance to do it this week.
Belby, McLagan and Zabini were all...
Let's get rid of that before I get a copyright claim. Right, I'm in Colwyn Bay at the moment. Just popped in to see an old gentleman who used to live up in Slysvine. I haven't seen him for a long time. So I thought I'd just go and pop my head through his door, say hello, see how he is, see how his wife is, because she's not been very well. I thought it was a good opportunity to do a quick review on the Yaris, on the GR Sport. Now we've got nearly 16,000 miles on it. Well, not quite. 15,822. So it's close enough. By the end of next week it will be on 16. But I've noticed a couple of things. Since I've come back from Scotland, since we did the world tour, and this thing was running for hour after hour after hour, in between running down up from Penzance, running up to Inverness. It ran for probably 14 hours one day, didn't turn it off once, did a load of motorway work, Yorkshire Dales, loads of nice A roads, B roads, and I just feel since I've come back it's now properly running. The internal combustion engine just seems even freer. It just wants to rev now, it just wants to work. And the fuel economy's also gone up. I find it much easier now when I'm just pottering about to be in the mid-70s to the gallon now rather than mid-60s. Fuel economy's just taken a big jump. But mainly the car just feels like it's just come alive. It's always been nippy. It's always been a nippy car. It was a lot nippier than the Dynamic from day one. I've already proven that if you go back through the playlists where we did some acceleration tests and we beat Toyota's 0 to 60 time by a good second and a bit, where Toyota was saying 9.6 and we were running 8.2s, and that was with an engine that was relatively new with next to no miles on it. It's something I'm going to have to go and recreate, because I just feel it's livelier now. It just drives a lot nicer. It's still sort of, it's got one more step up the ladder. I've had zero issues with the car. Absolutely zero. I know Toyota have done a few updates on it when it went in for its 10,000 mile service. There was a few updates to do. There was a recall on the telecommunications, because that was one of the issues that was making the batteries on these hybrids go flat. And it's more prevalent on the keyless entry cars, the ones where you don't have to push the key fob, where you touch the doors. Mine's one of them ones where you can just touch the door, the car opens, touch the door, the car closes. The issues seem to be affecting them more than the ones where you've got to push the button on the key fob to open them. So there was a software update. more miles I put on it, the freer it gets, the livelier it feels, the nicer it drives. But I think the biggest difference was when I came off the Bridgestone tyres, the original tyres, when I'd finally killed them, and I went on to the Kumos that I'm running now, one of Kumo's sort of very fast road tyres, semi-track tyre. The grip levels increased, the handling got better, it's more precise through the steering now. I've got more confidence in the car to push it harder into corners and not worry about it. Even the wet level grip, when it's hooning down with rain, is better than it was on the Bridgestones. These Kumos are just miles better than the Bridgestones that the car came on were ever capable of doing. As good as the Bridgestones were, I've got more confidence in the car now. I just think it's stepped the level of the handling up and just made the car what it should have been out of the factory. It's pointier, it's more precise. It just seems a nicer car to drive. I don't really know what else to put into the review, other than I've got no complaints with the car. I've got zero issues with the car. It does everything it says on the tin, and a lot more. As the miles go on it gets better and better and better, and nicer to drive. And it still gets lots and lots of compliments off people, because people just like the colour combination. They love the ash grey, the black roof, they like the wheels, they just like the car. And when you take them out in it, they're just mesmerised by the performance levels that these modern hybrids have got. And the fact they just accelerate like, well, nothing on earth really. They're just superb little cars. If there's one complaint, and it's only a little complaint, it gets upset in bumpy corners, but not to the point that it's scary. You just, if you hit a bump in a corner, you know you've hit a bump. It's not quite as compliant as the Dynamic, nowhere near as compliant as an Icon or a Design or an XL, but it was never meant to be. It was always meant to be handling on the sportier side, and that's what Toyota have got right with the GR Sport. They've just got the chassis dynamics right, they've got the handling package right, they've got it on a really good sized tyre, low profile. That's what you expect on a hard sprung, hard damped car. Anyway, I'm going to wrap the review up there, call that the 16,000 mile review of the car. I'm going to go and grab a Chinese, by the way, my favourite Chinese. Anyhow, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video. Please like the video, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks very much for watching.